Gamers, today I want to talk about the real problems with the Wuthering Waves community because there is a lot. Guys, if you don't know why I'm making this video, it's because I made a video yesterday talking about why I'm quitting Wuthering Waves, right? I went in the video saying like, hey, Wuthering Waves is not a game for me. I went over what I thought was wrong with the game, and I said, yo, you know what? The game's great. It's just not my type of game. It's just too much grind, everything like this. And man, the copium in the comments that I saw, 50% like to dislike ratio on the video. So today we're going to be addressing the community, addressing some of these comments, and addressing all of the issues that the community is going to bring to Wuthering Waves. Because if the community doesn't change, I could see this affecting Wuthering Waves in the long term in a way that I don't feel like most players would like to see it change. Because unfortunately, it's normally the vocal minority that gets things changed in games, and that's what the devs listen to because they are being vocal about the issues or what they think is good and bad about the game, versus the non-vocal majority, which doesn't really speak too much. They just play the game, have a yippee-ki-yay fun time. So I guess the first thing I want to touch on is what's the breakdown of players for Wuthering Waves, right? Where are these players coming from? What groups they fall into? I think they fall into three different groups here. The first group is going to be the non-vocal majority. I think about 80 to probably 85% of the players playing this game do not give a fuck about any of the things that go on with the community with this game. They play the game because it's fun, they're having a good time, they enjoy it. When they drop a game, they don't say anything about it, they just drop the game, and that's completely fine. That's what a normal casual person normally does. If they don't enjoy playing the game, they don't play the game. If they enjoy playing the game, they play the game. Now, let's hop into the other smaller percentages now. I think a small percentage of players here, like in the grand scheme of like the player base for Wuthering Waves, probably about 5% of that is people coming over from PGR, right? That's what I think a pretty good estimate is of them coming over. They are normally these super hardcore players that are going to be in the community. They'll probably be kind of vocal, but they're probably talking about meta and stuff like that. They want the game improved, so they're not afraid to criticize the game. Why? Because they've came from PGR, and they probably played other gacha games other than just PGR, so they're not afraid to criticize the game. They can see where people are coming from when they give good criticism on the game, and they know when there's bullshit criticism as well, or bullshit hyping things up as well. They are level-headed normally, right, when you come from a standard gacha game. Then we have the vocal minority, the people that I am calling out in today's video, the 15% of Gin shitters, okay, that's what I call them, the Hoyo players, that Hoyo, they feel like Hoyo left them behind, now they've found a new game to play. Yippee! This game's really not shit, so it's like a win-win for them. You know, if someone talks bad about it, well, our game goes this, and this really well, and they're not wrong. It's a good game. But the problem with it is whenever you criticize any game, like these players when they played Genshin Impact, you can't criticize the game either for anything that it does wrong, because then they'll jump down your throat. Oh, yo, Shill, you're getting paid by Zenless Zone 0. And that's the breakdown here. And before we actually hop into the problems, if you enjoy shitting on Genshin as well, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Though I will probably lose a lot of subscribers like I lost on my video quitting Wuthering Waves. It does me no benefit to say I'm quitting a game. I just want to get it out there for the community to know. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about problem number one now. The problem with this 15% is they are very toxic. And not toxic in the way you might think. Well, I guess they are toxic in the comment section, but toxic in the way of positivity. The big issue here is that there is a lot of toxic positivity that these people put out, right? And what I mean by this is they're going to praise this game until the end of the earth. They're basically like the enviosities of Wuthering Waves, right? Except instead of one little slime doing it, it's a bunch of little other slimes and degens doing it now. So you have a lot bigger audience, a little army, you could say, saying all this stuff. And you might be wondering what positive toxicity is, right? That means you're just shilling the game, right? You're just saying that it's the best thing on God's green earth. You're hyping this game up. This game is best. If you say it's bad, then fuck you. Leave. Your opinion's wrong, and screw you. The reason why this is a bad thing is because, number one, this is the vocal minority talking, which is probably what the devs are going to hear the most of. Devs are very receptive in this game, so if everyone in this game is saying, this is great, everything is wonderful, don't change anything, the devs are not going to change anything, and this game is going to turn right back into Genshin Impact. Alright, the reason why you probably left Genshin Impact, because it's boring, there's not enough to do, not enough in-game. If you tell the developers that this game is good enough and don't give valuable feedback and criticism, this game will never change. This game is not going to improve, it's not going to get better, and that's just the fact of the matter. Like, it's not going to happen. This game, I don't feel like has the same staying power as something like Genshin Impact does. Why? Because Genshin Impact came during COVID. This is the first gacha of its kind, you could say. This is an open world RPG that people can play on their phone. Let's not get into the whole debate about Breath of the Wild, Genshin Impact. The thing is, Genshin Impact was a mobile game, everyone could play it, and it has a lot more staying power because people have played that game for so long. Wuthering Waves just came out, and if you make the core audience lead the game because things are not getting improved, then you're ultimately hurting the game yourself because you're just being too damn positive about the fucking game. Like, I'm not saying that the game's bad. I think the game's great, but there are issues in the game that need to be fixed. And this is why this toxic positivity that we're bringing up in this game, it's not a good look. And trust me, we're going to look at comments a little bit later in this video to really address these, and I'll be showing their names as well because fuck them. So number 2 here is I want to talk about the main problem with these players. What do these players do, right? What is this vocal minority of players really doing? First of all, like I mentioned, toxic positivity. Number 2, if they are coming from Genshin Impact, old dogs never learn new tricks, so they're going to shill the game just like they would in Genshin Impact, and you really can't teach them to do otherwise. I've spoke to a Genshin player that now plays Wuthering Waves, and they were happy in Genshin and Sumeru if they would have given them 1 grain of sand as content. They would have eaten that shit off of a silver platter like it was a 5-course meal, okay? So this is what I mean by that. You can't teach them new tricks, guys. They're just going to be like this until they grow up and get their head out of their ass or something, alright? Number 2, they're very click and respond, okay? So let's say for this video, for example, right, I will probably have the thumbnail be like, real problem or a huge issue or something like that, the thumbnail, and then the title will be something like, the real problem with Wuthering Waves Community. They're just going to click on that, dislike the video, and comment before watching any of this. I guarantee you that 75% won't even get to this point in the video. Probably the majority of them will leave within the first 5 to 10 seconds of the video. That's what I have to guess. And if you're here in this video and you're still getting mad, good, because you should be. And the reason why this is super bad is because your commentary literally does nothing to add to the conversation. If you're not watching the video that you're clicking on the thumbnail and just commenting for, you're adding nothing to the discussion at all, and your point's literally mute, right? You're fighting so hard in the comments, you're literally like this right here. This motherfucker, I swear to God, he said my game was ass! Fuck you! And the funny thing is you're adding nothing of value to the conversation. You're getting mad and your fucking argument's invalid because it means dog shit. That's my little rant on that. Now, guys, what I want to do now is I want to hop into the YouTube comment section and take a look at some of these comments to really, let's see what the community's talking about, right? Whenever someone quits Wuthering Waves, let's see what people are saying, because I think it's pretty damn funny. Okay, so hopping into the comment section here, I pinned this comment. I actually think this is a very base take by Mill. If you're watching, very base takes. Keep up the great, I don't know, keep up your takes. I don't know. Very good take here. Basically, what this is saying is that the game's not for me, right? This is how you should approach a comment, guys. I'm going to show you this as an example right here of how a comment should be approached. Even if said person doesn't agree with me, they provide great insight to the actual video at hand because they actually go through and watch the video and they can provide something of value to the conversation. And don't go to the comments and say, why do all these loser gacha content creators love the announce when they leave? Enjoy getting only a quarter of the pulls and spending years to build your characters in a Hoyoverse game then. You're telling me it takes less time to build a character in Wuthering fucking Waves than it does in Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact? Absolutely not. I run all of my characters in these games offset with shit substats and clear all the fucking content. In Wuthering Waves, I have main stats on all my characters with dog shit substats, and you can't clear shit, okay? I don't want to hear it, okay? The damage is just not there, okay? And maybe it's a skill issue on my part. I'm sure it is, okay? But you cannot cope with me and tell me that you are going to take years to build your character in other games. You're coping out of your mind. Anyways, guys, I'm just showing you the difference right now between a copium comment to a good comment. Now let's continue through some more of these comments and really talk about them. Why I'm quitting Wuthering Waves. I'm a paid actor. Where the fuck's my money at? Please tell me who's paying me to quit Wuthering Waves, right? If anything, this hurts my channel. Look at this. Let's go. -7 subscribers from this video. I only made $5 off this video. Come on. You think $5 is worth losing? Like, you think $5 is worth losing a 55% dislike to like ratio? Are you kidding me, gamer? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Good one. And I guess another argument I have here is, why is it that when any content creator quits Wuthering Waves, it's automatically, oh, you're getting paid by Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse is paying you. Oh, you're a Hoyo shill, aren't ya? This is like the same thing that the Genshin players were saying whenever people are switching to Wuthering Waves. You are playing Wuthering Waves? How much do they fucking pay you, loser, to play that stupid fucking game, okay? They're literally the same thing on both sides. I think the problem is just, like, cringe, weird gotcha gamers, okay? I think the gotcha community is one of the most toxic, weird fucking places on the internet. Not to say that I don't love them, because I can make content like this out of it, and it's really funny for me, but overall, the fucking copium here is insane. Gamer, this generation such a weak A55 snowflake. I have no clue what that means. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. All I know is he has a, let's see his profile picture here. Probably an Octopath Traveler with that as a profile picture. Hey, buddy. This guy on drugs. Yeah, I'm on gamers. I'm doing all of them. All of them at the same time right now. I'm actually, right now, what I'm doing, the best one there is. GG Gamer Subs, please sponsor me. I love your drink. I love your beverage. I have your waifus on my water bottle here. I wish you would sell a bottle like this. That would be absolutely amazing. But I am doing this GG Gamer Subs drugs right now, so I don't get copyright claim for saying that. No way, my man said I didn't get perfect echoes in the first month of the game, so I quit. I don't recall saying that in the video. I would love if you put a timestamp there to show me where the fuck I said that at. I said the relic grind was too hard, bucko. Let's open our ears a little bit and actually listen to what someone's trying to say, rather than going into a video with a predetermined mindset, say, oh, this motherfucker's dog shit, fuck him, okay? I'm pissed already. I'm just gonna find something to fucking make up some shit about. Anyways, gamers, that's just me coming out and ranting about this whole I quit Wuthering Waves situation. If you want to quit a game, it's fine. Voice your opinions on the game so they can fix the problems that the game has. If you're not voicing them and all you're giving them is toxic positivity, it is absolutely going to ruin the game. It's going to make it go into a state like Genshin Impact does, where you really don't get much added to the game. So please voice your opinions, voice how you really feel about the game. If you love the game, voice that. If you dislike something about the game, voice that as well. Always put your opinion into the game so the devs can hear it. These devs are good devs, guys. Do not feed them bullshit positive statements that just aren't true. This game is grindy. This game is not so much meant for a casual player base. This is meant for the people that want to get on here and grind every single fucking day, right? These are for people that love that MMO-like grind, because I do consider this an MMO-like grind, despite what people might say. Because MMOs, what do? You sit there and farm a mob to get the drop you want. What do you do in this game? You sit there and farm a mob to get the drop you want, right? You farm a mob to get the echo that you want, right? So it's the same concept there as well. On top of that, wave plate cost is way higher. There's no overfill right now. There are just some issues with this game that don't make the game casual friendly versus free-to-play friendly. I think the game's very free-to-play friendly, but free-to-play friendly and casual friendly are two different things. Please, God, don't cope out because they're giving you so many rewards and hype this game up because, oh, they gave me 20 free pulls, 30 free pulls for this new update. Yippee! I love my 30 free pulls for version 1.0. That's good. I'm glad they're getting your rewards, but you still need to be able to criticize the game where it needs to be criticized. That's my main point here. Please don't ruin this game, because I think this game could be something that lasts for a long time, and I really do think that Wuthering Waves is great for the gacha community as a whole, as long as you guys are not coping the fuck out with it, okay? Anyways, that's my piece on it. This is probably going to be my second to last video on Wuthering Waves. I'm making a video tomorrow or in the next few days talking about why ZZZ is going to be better than Wuthering Waves, so can't wait to farm more dislikes on that one. Anyways, gamers, I hit my mic there. See you later. Bye-bye.